Hey, I'm Jonathan Wolk with Wolk 360, and welcome back to the House of Many Names. Started off as Chop the Top 2, then became The Pit, then now it's affectionately known as 412. And today is moving in day. We got our CO yesterday. It was crunch time. As you can see, we've still got some work being finished up, but just basically some punch list items and finishing some things up. It's been a long journey to get here. Just to recap, we initially started this project as a remodel. During the demolition phase, we discovered that the framing had been eaten out by termites and that the brick was put up probably in the 50s or 60s inappropriately. And the decision at that time was made that the best course of action was to tear the house down. In so doing, we then had to go through a whole new city process because it started off as a renovation. We designed it as a renovation. And then with the tear down, we then had to redesign it as a new build. We maintained the same footprint of the existing house. And now we've got a brand new house that is fantastic. A lot of the design features that we incorporated were obviously facing two streets. And we really wanted to, in the clear story, get some light in on the upper levels and then play around with the elevation a little bit back and forth as we punched it out to essentially align with the original house footprint. So now we're here and let's take a walk through and see what we got. As mentioned, we started with an original house that was going to be a renovation. And so we went into the design for the new house. We kept a lot of the same elements and a lot of the same arrangements. One of the key things that in the old house was this great brick fireplace. That was probably one of the main attractions to this house. And so in the new design, we wanted to keep the fireplace location and keep the kitchen location and the stairs as they tuck behind the fireplace. And so part of that was in this living room is setting up this front door that opens up so that you've got access to the outside right here. Part of selecting this location was obviously the corner lot and being able to be downtown and be able to get out and experience. We wanted to maintain that in the new design. So as we reworked the design, we've got the stairs, we've got a large kitchen with a nice open layout. That was important. We brought that in from the previous design, basically kept it as much as we could and expanded it some now that we had some more flexibility in the kitchen layout. Another big feature was coming in to the dining room. We're still waiting on the granite tops, but owners lived in China for a while and have this great piece of furniture that'll sit in the middle here and it'll be part of the feature, which is what leads into why the wallpaper was selected with the dragon theme. And then we're gonna have a granite top here that reflects the granite from the kitchen. But nice, good sized dining room for family dinners. Then we've got the bathroom that's both a shared bath for the guest room and then also can be used as a guest bath. So it gives a good relationship between the separation of the main part of the living house and a guest room. Did a lot of coordination on the kitchen. We've got the built-in microwave and range, the cooktop, custom hood, the island sink. And when you do an island this large, a lot of consideration goes into it. You've got to work through the plumbing, the electrical, and all the services that need to take place. And then on top of that, this is a slab. We had to put the house on a slab for the reason that we're downtown in a historic neighborhood. We have a height restriction. And so part of it is we had to keep it as close to here so that we could have the tall ceilings on the first and second floor, and then coordinate all the different outlets and plugs and plumbing and all that through setup on the slab. One of the really cool things about doing custom homes is things like this glass railing that are ideas that come out after you've already started construction. And so we knew we needed a railing here between the stairs, and we wanted to do something that didn't congest the stairway because we had this beautiful glass window with the light, and this was really a very cool feature. Again, a carryover from the original design, and we really wanted to keep this open. And as we were starting to look at framing options for the railing, we wanted to do something that was open, and so we came up with this idea of the glass, and then incorporating the wood railing with the treads. So it makes this space really a beautiful feature for a stairwell. And as you come upstairs, a lot of thought was put into maintaining the upstairs sort of privacy level from the downstairs, which is more of the public space. So we've got access to the bedrooms, the laundry room upstairs, and then as we come into the master, we vaulted this ceiling to give us a lot of volume, big windows to look out onto the street and open up, beautiful ceiling fan, and then access into the master bedroom with his and hers closets on opposite sides of the bathroom, and a nice big open shower, beautiful tile job, nice, really nice stonework, and this all came together really nice. Windows, really had to play a lot with the natural light. Again, that's a big part of the clear stories down the hallway. Even windows in the closet, so you've got natural lighting for your clothes, so you know what you're wearing when you make your selections. Coming out of the master bedroom, we wanted to separate the kids' bedrooms from the owner's bedrooms, and so we've got the laundry room, kids' bedroom on one side, kids' bedroom on the other side, shared bathroom. But one of the really key elements is to take advantage of the height that we could. And so, as I mentioned, we're in a restricted historical neighborhood, and so our height was, we basically got it down to the millimeter. But we wanted to take full advantage of it. And so we've got these clear story windows that really lighten up this hallway and create a beautiful transition as you're hanging out up here. Again, lots of windows. And one of the best places in this whole house is Angie's loft. And this was her idea. We got a little window up here, a place for her to sit and enjoy the day. One of the best collaborations in this, so as we looked at the fireplace and the design of the fireplace and integrating that and the flooring selection and all that, was really working very closely with the owner on all of these selections. For example, this light is from her mother's house, and she selected all the wallpaper, she selected all the tile and all the patterns, and it really makes this house unique and special. So that's the beauty of custom home building. It's also part of the challenges of custom home building, is all of that integration. But at the same token, it truly makes this house theirs. It's more than just picking paint colors and faucets. It's really a full integration of a lot of things: lighting, flooring, trim, paint colors, windows, screens, wallpaper, tile, shower doors, shower handles. There's so many selections that go into that process, and it's a lot to consider. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Sometimes you got to take it in bits and pieces. But at the end of the day, it all comes together and creates something really beautiful. So in a custom home, you get a lot of custom features. You get a lot of specific requests. So for example, we used the light from her mother's house, had that cleaned up and installed. And then we've got the cat door for their cats to be able to come out to the screen porch. We also actually worked through the spacing of the railings beyond just code, so that there's something the cats couldn't get out and tear up the screens. And then, as you can see, we're getting ready to install their porch swing. So they've got a nice big swing here. And then we've even done things like integrate where TVs are gonna go for outside porches, where grills and things like that are gonna go for future, for outside. So we've got a lot of that kind of integration throughout the design of the house. And that is, again, that's the big difference between a spec home and a custom home. Again, it's more than just paint colors and finishes. It's really integrating those personal touches throughout the house. So thanks for walking through with us at 412. It's now in the hands of the owners. We're finishing up some last few details. At Wolk 360, we really love doing the custom design and home building process. It can be challenging. People love to say, you'll love us, you'll hate us, and then you love us again. It's a challenging process, but it's a great and rewarding process when you get to this stage of the game. It's something that's completely unique, it's one of a kind, it's the only thing that will ever be like this, and that's really what we love doing at Wolk 360. Our focus is always working closely with the clients on all of our projects and doing things that have meaning so that we are bringing that added value to not just the design process, but then also the construction process. And in the design, we get the fundamental layout, and then through the construction is when we can make all those great selections, working with the homeowners and getting their input and being able to execute that. So thanks for coming with us, taking this tour at 412. It's beautiful. We're almost done. We're down to the last little thing, some paint touch up and getting that swing installed, but it's a beautiful house. We're happy to have been involved and glad that we got it done.